Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of success. So if you fail in an examination, learn from it, and you should chalk out all the mistakes that you have done, improve, and then definitely you are going to sail through if you had the right amount of hard work, diligence, perseverance.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our next session of Kya, which is No Alumni. Today we have with us Mayank Singh. He has cleared UPSC CAPF 2018 exam with All India rank 16. He is now the assistant commandant, and he also completed his BTech from NIFTIM in 2017. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, Debabrata. How are you?
Please give us a glimpse about your NIFTIM journey.
NIFTIM journey was truly wonderful. Like when you are in your 11th and 12th standards, you have a lot of stress and pressure to clear the 12th boards examinations as well as the competitive examinations that follow after 12th exam. So when you land in the college, you are craving for freedom and relaxation. So if I tell you my personal experience, we used to play Counter-Strike for like 4 or 5 in the morning for the first 2 years, like every day. And I extensively participated in sports, as well as in cultural activities, especially singing. And I also learned to play guitar during the second year of my college. Also, we used to bunk classes a lot. And WAP was again a very wonderful experience for all of us. And I made a lot of good friends who are like now brothers to me. So the first 2 years were total a fun time for me. And but starting from third year, I went into introspection, and I always had this UPSC thing in my mind right from my school days that I have to write the UPSC exams. So it was in third year that I thought about this, and I picked some books. I picked some history, geography and polity books, and started to give them a read, and I found them very interesting. So it was in third year, you can say, that my preparation for UPSC started. And after graduating, from in 2017, after graduating, I gave the first attempt of CAPF, in which I failed. So it was in 2018 that I was able to get this rank.
Can you tell us more about UPSC? Like what is UPSC CAPF exam and its various aspects?
Yeah, so the name of the examination is Central Armed Police Forces Examination, which is conducted by UPSC every year. So this examination is for appointment to the posts of Assistant Commandant, which is a Group A gazetted post under the Government of India. And the post Assistant Commandant is equivalent to a DSP or ACP in State Police or a Captain in Indian Army. So it is a prestigious post. As far as the structure of the examination is concerned, there are 3 processes. It is a 3-stage process. So the first stage is the written examination, which has 2 papers. Paper 1 is an objective type paper, which has 125 questions and is of 250 marks. And paper 2 is a subjective type paper, which is of 200 marks. Now, after you clear the combined cutoff of both these papers, you are qualified to appear in the next stage of the examination, which is the physical and medical stages of the examination. Now the physical stage, that is the PET, physical efficiency test stage itself, has 4 rounds. The first is 100-meter sprint, second is 800-meter race, third is shot put, and fourth is long jump. If you qualify all these 4 stages, and after that you have your height examination and weight examination, if you qualify all these, then you are called next day again for your medical checkup. And if you qualify the medical stage as well, then you are called for the interview, which is at UPSC in New Delhi. So this is a 3-stage process, and the total marks of the examination is 600. Paper 1, the paper 1 is of 200 marks. Paper 2 is of 250 marks. The physical and medical stage is only a qualifying stage, which carries no marks. And the interview stage is of 150 marks. So the total marks of the examination is 600.
That's really great. On behalf of NIFTEM and NIFTEM network community, we congratulate you for clearing this examination. So, sir, tell us more about your preparation part. Like, how and when did you start preparing for this examination?
Like, as I already told you, that my preparation effectively began from the third year itself. And I always had this charm for uniform thing and UPSC thing in the back of my hand right from my school days. So in third year, I picked my history books, geography books, polity books, and worked towards this examination. And if I tell you how to prepare for this examination, I would say that the most important thing that matters in this examination is your perseverance, hard work, and diligence. If you have these things, then I think you'll sail through easily. And as far as the subjects are concerned, you need to read history, polity, geography, science and technology, economy, and also extensive newspaper reading is a very crucial aspect in UPSC exams. And also I did regular answer writing, because you have to write a lot of answers under a very limited time. So you need to pick up that speed, as well as you need to have that quality in your answer writing. So I worked upon that. So I think focus on these subjects. And yes, these UPSC examination, it has and everything under the sun. So you need to know something about everything. It's not a specialist examination. There's a very vast syllabus. So it is a sort of a generalist examination. And the main thing that concerns here is your hard work. If you are motivated, you have that inner motivation in you, then I think, you can sail through this examination very easily. So yeah.
Sir, the students, those who want to clear UPSC, how they can use their college time for preparation?
Yeah, definitely. Like from the third year, I went to the library. I regularly went to the library, and I started reading newspapers, and especially the editorial section of the newspaper. So I would suggest all the UPSC aspirants to at least start reading newspapers. And also you can read some basic NCRTs of history, geography, and polity. So at least give a basic reading of these basic NCRTs, and definitely you are going to find them very interesting. And also newspaper reading aspect. So focus on these aspects during your college time, and after you graduate, you can boost up the preparation by going into specialized books.
Thanks for all your suggestions, sir. So, what is your current job role as assistant commandant?
So, first of all, I want to urge all the viewers who are watching this to, read about the CAPFs of the country. That is the Central Armed Police Forces of the country. I've seen most of the people are unable to distinguish between the CAPFs and the Indian Army, because all wear uniform. So CAPF comprise of BSF, that is the Border Security Force, ITBP, Indo-Tibetan Border Police. Third is your SSB, that is your Sashastra Seema Bal. Then we have CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force. And then at the end, we have the CISF, that is the Central Industrial Security Force. Each one has a different set of mandate, roles and responsibilities to perform. BSF is deployed on the Indo-Bangladesh and Indo-Pakistan border. ITBP is deployed on the Indo-China border. SSB is deployed on the Indo-Nepal and Indo-Bhutan border. CRPF is there for any internal disturbance in the country. The internal disturbance in the form of Naxalism. So CRPF is deployed in the Red Corridor. Disturbance is there in the J&K Valley. So CRPF is there in the J&K Valley. Next, we have the CISF, that is the Central Industrial Security Force. These are present in all the critical installations of the government, be it your airports, seaports, your nuclear power plants, thermal power plants, your refineries, currency presses, mints, rocket launching centers, your historic monuments like Red Fort, and it's also in the parliament, etc. So my job role as an assistant commandant in CISF would be to ensure the security of that particular region in which I am posted, as well as being a company commander, heading a troop size of around 140 men, it's my responsibility to ensure that they have all the adequate resources at their disposal to work efficiently and discharge their duties efficiently. So this is the main role of an assistant commandant. And also I have to look at all the grievance issues of the troops and to solve them. Also, the assistant commandants in CRPF are responsible for planning and conducting of the operations. And also CAPFs are deployed in election duties and also the law and order duties.
That's really very interesting, and most of us don't even know about it, I guess. So, sir, I'm curious about to know, like, why did you shift yourself after having food technology degree?
So, as I already told, that I always had this at the back of my mind. And, I did not started preparing for this after the food technology degree. I started preparing for UPSC exams right from the third year itself. So, my brother-in-law is also a police officer, and the charm for uniform was always there in my head that I want to become a police officer. And, my father also wanted me to write the UPSC exams. So there was a mix of all these factors which motivated me to write this examination, because I always thought that, food technology options is always there for me as a cushion in case I fail in the UPSC exams. So this was the main reason that I wanted to write the UPSC examinations at the first place.
So, how is your experience at NIFTM helps you in your current role?
See, for every armed forces of the country, I think food is a very basic and a very essential commodity. You have troops who are working in extreme climatic conditions. They are working in snowy regions, and troops are also deployed in very hot regions like, the deserts of Rajasthan. So I think, and also the troops are deployed at a stretch for days in a combat situation in jungles. So I think they need a kind of food that has a higher shelf life, low moisture content, and which weighs less. And also, as to quote Napoleon Bonaparte, he said that an army marches on its stomach. So I think food plays a very major role in the armed forces. And there are also several institutions in these regard. For example, we have the DFRL, that is the Defense Food Research Laboratory, which specializes in manufacture of these kind of food products which have higher shelf life, which can be used by troops who operate in extreme climatic conditions. So I think as an assistant commandant in these field situations, I would be able to recommend to the authorities that what kind of food material is needed by the troops to efficiently function in that particular region. And secondly, as my degree is food technology and management, so I think the managerial skills that I've acquired from NIFTM, I think that would be quite helpful for me in effectively solving the problems of the troops, their issues and their grievances.
Sir, any message for the beloved NIFTMites?
See, I want to say that enjoy the first 2 years of your college as much as you can. And from the third year, you should introspect and chalk out all the options where you want to go. It can be MBA, it can be MS from a foreign university, it can be sitting for campus placements, it can be for preparing government examinations. So you should effectively start your preparation from the third year itself in the direction you want to take your career to. So and especially if you choose the UPSC path, read about the services and develop that internal and inner motivation that you want to write these UPSC examinations, because this is a kind of examinations in which there are a lot of ups and downs. So you'll feel dejected after every 2 or 3 days, and if you do not have that internal motivation in you, then I think you won't be able to clear this examination. So if you have that internal motivation, then definitely you will sail through this examination. So this is my advice. And secondly, also I want to say that failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of success. So if you fail in an examination, learn from it, and you should chalk out all the mistakes that you have done, improve, and then definitely you are going to sail through if you had the right amount of hard work, diligence, perseverance.
Thank you so much for all your valuable advices and suggestions. Hope it will help us in our future. Thanks a lot, sir.